Welcome to the Clearing the Air podcast with D and Q.
I'm D.
I'm Q. Yo, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, we need to clear the air.
Do we really?
We need to clear the air. There's obviously people, and we're going to mention one individual who needed somebody to clear the air for him. Jackson State, Brittany Renner.
Who
is Brittany Renner?
Who is Brittany Renner?
Who is Brittany Renner? Tell them people loud and clear
who Brittany Renner is.
Who Brittany Renner is.
Brittany Renner is a young lady who she got famous for bundles of hair, right? She was called Bundles of Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
She was also a Zumba instructor, kind of a IG model, attractive young lady. So that's how she got famous. But she's also known to be kind of, how should we say it, promiscuous, kind of loose. She's known for her, she's been linked to athletes.
She targets well.
Yeah.
That is the basis of this podcast.
She's been linked to athletes, celebrities, musicians. She's kind of in that Corinne Steffens mode, and we know what her nickname is, but since we're a family show, we won't say what her nickname is, but just Google Corinne.
She's
Steffens.
super,
very super. So why are we talking about Brittany Renner?
We are talking, even though you don't want to.
I do not at all.
Even though I really don't want to. We've been in this homecoming kind of stage-ish college talk lately.
Right.
And with that being said and done, this young lady caused an uproar. I'm going to tell you why she caused an uproar and then give context to why it was
an uproar.
So she went to Jackson State, which is in
Mississippi.
Yes. And she posted a picture of herself.
Jackson State is a university, a college.
Yes, I think, is it HBCU?
It is an HBCU. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Deion Sanders, NFL Hall of Famer, legend, is their football coach.
HBCU.
Yes, I believe it's an HBCU.
And so she posted Jackson State, hide your sons.
Yes.
All right.
Now
so
give the context of why.
Of why this is important. Why we feel we need to clear the air is because I'm going to say this. I'm not going to say this is what I feel. I'll leave my personal feelings to the side. It's been said that this young lady is very predatory and she had a relationship with a now NFL player now NBA player,
right,
who I believe the relationship started when he was 18 playing for the University of Kentucky.
Right.
Okay.
So basically, she was attending his games at Kentucky, and the word we keep seeing or hearing is grooming. So she basically groomed him. This young man went and got drafted into the NBA, plays for the Charlotte Hornets. During the pandemic, she got pregnant. They have a son, and soon after, she broke up with him and put him on child support. After he signed another contract. Did he sign a second contract?
He signed another contract.
Yeah. So he signed another contract. She proceeded to break up with him. He is not allowed to see his son, and he has to pay child support. And it's rumored that it's $200,000 a month. Let me say that again. $200K a month, and I think his contract
I don't know
was
the
out of it.
specifics.
Maybe it was maybe like what, $4 million?
Let's figure it out.
Yeah, let's check that out.
And the money is the money.
Yeah, the money is the money.
But again, when the mindset is that it's predatory, and some people would legitimately say, because let's just say it. There was an interview with her and DJ Academics, and that's this dude got 5-year, $181 million contract extension.
Who, PJ Washington?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Ain't
sir.
no way he got that big money.
Yes, sir. Current contract. You can see the bread right there.
Hold on. Sir, that's what he's eligible for. His base salary is this $4 million, which is what he's getting. Yes, he's getting that $4,215,120.
Listen.
He's eligible for that. He ain't gonna get that. He's not that good of a player. He's a good player, but he's not gonna get that. That's the Trae Youngs of the world. That's the Lucas of the world.
So
That's dope. He makes $4 million a year, which is amazing bread, which is great bread. But $200,000 of that a month is going to Brittany Renner.
the point is, as the conversation is or goes, that she was grooming him.
Right.
And the question has been, or
She's
basically,
bragged about trapping athletes.
right?
Actually, she wrote a book, right?
She wrote a book.
Wrote a book.
That's where the Corinne Steffens comparison even comes in.
Right.
I have 3 boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my concern is, again, very attractive young lady. You don't start training people. I think you said Zumba. You don't start training people if you don't have a body to make people say, "Ooh, I want my body to look like that."
Right.
That's just what comes along with training. And so when you take that into consideration, you say, okay, she was 26. I think he was maybe 18.
PJ.
Something
Yeah,
like
when
that.
she
But there
started,
is a considerable age difference, and so the question could be, how do you protect your sons or advise them to be careful of things? Because if we're going with the idea that she's predatory, right? Technically, at that age, you do what you want to do.
Right.
Okay. And I
what
think
she was doing was not illegal.
exactly. And I think that was part of the conversation that in the interview that she had with DJ Academics. DJ Academics really came hard on her, and she stood her ground. And the truth of the matter is, she did use some facts. I'm trying to be very careful and not give my own personal.
Here's my problem. My problem is this. Because she's so open and upfront about it, she said Jackson State hide your sons.
Right.
So a lot of people were having issues because if that was a man that said, "Hey, Jackson State hide your daughters," it would be more of an uproar. And I'm not saying she's celebrated. I don't think she's been celebrated. I think she's been there's been backlash with her, this and that. But
everybody has their people who follow you and support what you do.
And one thing I want to make clear, I'm not sitting here saying that there are not double standards for men.
There are.
We know we have some double standards that are more so in our favor. So we definitely not saying that. I'm definitely not, acting like they don't exist. But it was just crazy because she had the audacity, you know what I'm saying? Just like to be accused of grooming PJ Washington and then ride with it. Because she also said, like, it's stepdaddy season.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a stepdad, for my son.
Yeah.
And PJ Washington, he going through it. He like, I just want to see my son.
Right.
She won't even let him see the son. And she out saying the stepdaddy season. And now she on college campuses talking about hide your sons. Like,
right. So now you begin to, even if you don't go by what everyone is saying, you do kind of look at the fruits. Like the fruit is the proof of what you typically do. And so a lot of people say, "Oh, don't judge." It's not about judging, but you have to make some type of assumption so that you can beware or be aware of how you could be potentially duped or how you should handle situations. So how would you handle a situation like that? How would you have engaged in a relationship with a young lady who was considerably older than you, knowing that you have the potential, two things, knowing that you have the potential to make NBA money, $4 million, or 5-year, $181 million, or, so that's one thing, or knowing that that's the money side, or knowing that, man, I may need to be careful because I don't know if this person wants to be with me or with what I potentially could provide, which is where he has fallen at this current point.
You asking me?
I'm asking you.
How would I?
How would you, or how would those around you think advise?
Yeah, I don't think in my situation it would have happened. I think one, I would not have been so naive, even if I was a star basketball player.
So again, I think, you look at it and say, okay, do you think he did his research?
Mm-hmm.
And if he did he just decide to ignore?
Did he think he was different?
Right. Or the fruit, like the proof of what she's known for.
Man, I see, because now you ask me to get into these athletes' mind, and we've seen that they can make some questionable decisions. So, I'll
tell you what, because we can't really do that.
Right.
So let's do this. Let's clear the air and throw out some things that we think that, whether we're talking about Brittany Renner, whether we're talking about at Jackson State, whether we're talking about wherever.
Can I say this though?
Please.
Can I say this?
Talk to us.
I think in both our situations, if we were in the position,
Mm-hmm.
I think we have such a strong circle of friends
Mm-hmm.
that they would have let us know. They wouldn't have let us go down that path.
And I think what he's saying is huge, because notice he did not. I thought you were going to say parents. You didn't say parents, because parents might not have been even
Yeah,
aware.
I highly doubt my parents would have known anything about Brittany Renner or Bundle of Brittany. But our friends certainly would have.
And I hate to say this, but for lack of better terms or a way to put this, the Brittany Renners, whatever that means,
Right.
okay? Because we don't want to judge, but sometimes we have to be careful with saying, "Oh, I don't want to judge." You have to look at fruit.
Bruh, it is what it is.
You have to
she
look at
is
fruit.
who she is.
Yeah.
And similar current stuff, she makes no
Qualms about who she is.
about it. Yeah. Yeah.
So as
she is who she is.
So as we clear the air,
And you can't be naive enough to think that you're different.
I agree. So that's one of the things to clear the air of when you see what's on the table, please don't try, young men, and we're just addressing young men in this video. Don't try to think you're going to be able to change someone or come out different than the person before, especially when there's so much fruit laid out on the table. I think, as you talked about, your core people having your back, not allowing you to be unaware. Okay. I think another thing to clear the air on is.
Hold up. At one point I want to make. There are certain situations where that person, the friends can say whatever, do whatever, and they gonna just do what they want to do.
And I'm gonna be honest, because that's why I say we can't.
You really may think you different, and or you may just not care.
You may not care, and that's the thing. We don't know the mindset.
She a cute face, little trophy joint. You getting all the likes on social media, all the comments. Y'all a cute couple, this and that. Oh, this and that. Oh wow, he bagged Brittany Renner, blah blah blah. He not too well known of an NBA player. So now you getting all this extra clout.
Yeah.
Cause you with this bad shorty.
But now it's become more of a hassle, because You've got a lifelong commitment with the
Because
child.
people are saying 18 years is not just 18
No, it's
years.
not just 18
You're always
years.
going to be in your child's life.
Always.
Always.
And you're not going to be able to pick and choose whether they're going to be around as well. So you got
That's always going to be his mother.
right. You got an 18 plus commitment. You have a financial commitment. I'm not even going to say burden, it's a commitment.
200 stacks a month.
And then furthermore, because of who she has kind of put herself out there to be and the reputation that she has, you have a public situation now to deal with. You might have figured that you were a private situation. I didn't know he was dealing with this situation when he was at Kentucky. So
No, I didn't know either.
so what was a private situation initially has turned into public, maybe humiliation. So those are just some ways that we're clear the air of ways that I feel like our young men need to be careful. Be careful who you associate yourself with, because it may be something in the long run. You it's fun, but sometimes you pay for fun a lot longer than the fun that you had for how long that experience lasted.
Gotta be smart, man. Gotta be smart, bro.
Gotta be smart.
Fellas, y'all gotta be smart, man.
We have to be smart.
Gotta be smart. Look, I'm gonna say this. I ain't want to do this topic. She's so whack, bro. She's so whack, bro. But it was important that we did it. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about. It's doing the stuff that sometimes we may not necessarily look forward to do, wanting to do.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? But it's got to be done, man. So
As we end, I want to ask you a question. Have you seen the DJ Academic interview? Do you agree with his style and the way in which he interviewed? What would you have done differently? Do you agree with some of the things that Brittany Renner said? Hey, as she said, hide your sons. We out.
peace.